Morning, welcome back. Day 2 of the cruise. I slept in much later than I thought I was going to. I came in around 9:30 and just woke up maybe at 8 o'clock. I've now kind of put myself together, got the room together. Certainly the stateroom attendant is going to come in, but I don't need to be a slob, so I've tidied up my stuff. On a normal cruise, I would go walking and then get breakfast and then go from there. But because it's almost, It's 9 a.m. It's a sea day. It's a small ship on basically a party weekend. So I'm gonna go and get some breakfast in the buffet. It is also a shorter cruise, so I want to take advantage of the hot breakfast. On a longer cruise, I would probably only have hot breakfast every 2 or 3 days. It should be pretty quiet except for the young families because everybody else will be sleeping in from partying all night. And then I think we'll probably go to the Crown Lounge, which I want to call the Diamond Lounge, the Crown Lounge, and read a magazine in that overhang area. Then we'll just reassess from there what I want to do. So I showed you my night bag last night. My day bag is this is not for marketing. This is just a very easy to pack beach bag. And I like it, especially we're going somewhere tomorrow like Cozumel. I can flip the branding inside against my body and it's just a generic tote, and certainly it says tourist, but it doesn't scream brand or money or anything like that. So I got a bottle of water. Super important you stay hydrated. I had 2 bottles of water already this morning when I wake up because on cruise ships it's very easy to get dehydrated. I have my Z-Pass card in a longer lanyard, and I'm going to loop this inside of the handle, not because I think anyone's going to steal it, but because I tend to lose it, and then I can just pull it out of my bag, hand it to be scanned, and then put it back in. I have a business magazine, World Water Park magazine. This one has a lot of ads, so I don't think it's going to take long to get through this. I'm going to leave both magazines in the cruise library when I'm done. Got my tip money, reusing the secure safe envelope. So I've got some $2 bills and I need to grab some business cards. You never go anywhere without a business card. You never know truly who you are going to meet. I have been on cruises and I have met health inspectors, met pool builders on cruises. Shout out to Doug and his wife. We see each other on cruises quite a bit. He's a pool builder in Eastern Canada. So you literally never know who you will meet on a cruise. So this is what I was saying about my lanyard. I have it just looped on the inside and then I can pop my card in or I can take it out. I'm gonna take my cups back. Stateroom attendant can obviously do that, but why not? I'm going upstairs, it's much easier. I just spent a couple hours reading in the Crown Lounge. I need to get up and get moving. It is going to be quite warm out, but I need to go do some steps, there's no question. I'm only at 1,500 steps and I just feel like I'm falling asleep. So I'm going to go back to the room, get rid of my bag and switch out my long lanyard for my short lanyard that can go in my pocket. Then I'm gonna go down to the promenade deck and do some walking, listen to my audiobook. I know it'll be warm, but it'll be cooler than up on the track on the top deck. I forgot to mention that we are gonna go drop off the magazine I read and a book to donate in the library now. So we'll go do that first. So we are gonna go to the library. And we are currently up here, so we need to go forward and out. So this is the promenade deck. You can see the non-smoking casino. We're taking the long way back to the room, just showing you some of the public areas like next cruise. I'm not booking anything this trip. Let's have a look in the main dining room. I'm not planning to go to the main dining room by myself. You do get seated with other people. I could meet people, but this cruise is so short, I really want to take advantage of everything that I have to do. But essentially, the main dining room, you have a set table that's written on your CPAS card. You can sit with people in your group if it's a multifamily booking, or you can sit with strangers if you want to meet people. It is something really nice to do on longer cruises, but for this particular cruise, there's already so many options between the buffet, the cafe, the Crown Lounge, as well as El Taco Loco on the pool deck. So let's head back to the room. I'm going to drop off my bag. And one of the things that's always interesting about Royal Caribbean ships is there is art everywhere. Sometimes it's questionable, like this mermaid. I'm not too sure, but everybody's opinion of art is a little different. Well, I got an animal. I do appreciate that they switched to these paper eyes as opposed to the old plastic eyes, which were not great for the environment. So we're back. She didn't have much to clean up. My stuff is pretty much laid out. I'm gonna get some earbuds, get rid of my sweater, which I obviously don't need, my bag, and we're gonna go walk. I'm not big into supplements, but I do take one of these emergency vitamin C's one a week if I go on a cruise ship. These really help me not to get sick. The number one rule on cruise ships, in my personal opinion, is not to touch handrails if you don't need them. I've switched over to a smaller wristlet that I can put in my pocket. Some people definitely go around the ship without anything. They just carry the card, they stick it in their pocket, they stick it in their bra. I do not feel that it is safe to just have the card and lose it. The last cruise I was on with my mom, So in July, I picked up no less than 3 or 4 SeaPass cards in the span of a few hours on one particular day. We were in, I think, Ketchikan. Now, technology has improved in 2025. Every a person's photo is in the software. So when you go to make a purchase, the staff should be looking at the photo that comes up when you make a purchase. That is an improvement over the first cruise we ever took in 2017, where people lost their cards in the hallway and not so nice people went and then immediately charged drinks. That's the other reason that they've taken the floor number off of your SeaPass card. So my room number is indicated 663. I also happen to be on the 6th deck, but somebody has to ask me that if I'm making a purchase. So there's a bunch of security measures that they've included in the last few years to help with things like that, but I am also prone to losing things, so I simply prefer to have my pass card in some sort of structured device, and I can certainly still put it in my pocket. I can stick it in other parts of clothing, in my sock, in my shoe. This is just a simple card case from Amazon, and this is more of a fashion style that I should probably wash. Actually, it's looking a little grody, but I find these really helpful, and it does still work. So this one is a fully tapped ship. On some ships, there is a barcode here, so you do want a clear plastic where they can scan, let's say for towels, you need to have access to the barcode. But this ship, the modernization, everything is tap. Same thing with my earbuds. I have gotten into so many conversations while on the track, and I take out my earbuds and then I lose them. So I'm going to bring this in my pocket and we are going to go walk downstairs. So not crowded, which is the point. So I'm gonna walk probably 45-50 minutes. And is there a better view? This is one of my favorite things about cruising. And so as you can see, a little bit more crowded, but I'm not even sure I would call it crowded. What has there been, 20 people on a ship with 2,500 people? Oh, just incredible. Just before 1 o'clock. I walked for about an hour and was listening to a great audiobook, came back, showered. Now I have my bag packed to go upstairs. A rash guard. I have towel clips. You definitely don't need these, but I have accumulated these. I switched back to my long lanyard that I can tie into my bag. Hat, sunscreen, hair clip, my business cards and tip money, just some more scratch paper, pen, earbuds, water, sunglasses. 12 to 3 o'clock on the pool deck is usually the craziest, especially if there is programming like cannonball contest. Because it's a sea day, a lot of people slept in, they went to late breakfast, early lunch, and now they're going to be out on the pool deck would be my guess. Every ship is different, but the programming you can somewhat expect. This is a 4-day cruise over a weekend, so people are hitting their long weekend hard. So I'm gonna go pick up some towels. I'm gonna go see if I can find a quiet place on the pool deck. I'm a bit Goldilocks because I want to have some shade and I prefer to have quiet, not music, to be able to listen to my audiobook or to hear my brain if I'm reading. But I'm also fully aware what type of cruise this is. So we're just going to walk around and see what that looks like. But I'm going to go get my towels first. grounds up here that's not too crowded, but it is a little bit direct sunlight, and there is some music in the shaded areas. So I think I'm actually going to go get a snack in the buffet, because then I'll be at the aft of the ship, and then I'm going to check out all of the seating around the flow rider and the water slides, because the water slides will often create shade patterns on the deck and wet spots that people want to avoid. So that can actually be a good place to go, and they don't have as much music playing because the guards need to signal. The things people don't realize is you can move your chairs from over here over to over there. Got the moussaka, got some chicken curry, some stir-fry noodles that look a little bit sad. I don't know if I'll eat those. Naan. Is the Crown Lounge. I walked around the aft of the ship, and there are some good options if I want to stay out, but honestly it's just so humid. I'm not used to the humidity, and it's hot. It's almost 2 o'clock. I just finished eating, so I'm just going to go back to the room and do a little bit of work. This is where I have no problem flexing my schedule. I'll do a couple hours of work. I don't feel like it's wasting my day. Come back out 4 or 5 o'clock. The pool deck will be cleared off. Doesn't disappoint me that the ship is crowded and busy. It is what it is, and I've got other stuff I can do. The only thing I did do wrong is I have my towels with me. I should have dropped them off. If you do not return your towels, they will charge you $25 at the end of the cruise, and I have been there based on people returning my towels but not tapping them in, so I will take those to the room and take them back. The best way to relax. It's a few hours later. I've just been doing some non-internet work on my computer. So for this particular cruise, I didn't buy any daily sort of internet package. We embarked on Thursday afternoon. You have signal as long as you're in port, and then it's only once you head out into international waters that you lose signal. Even last night, because we were going down the coast of Florida, I had data on my phone probably up until about 9:30 at night when I was in the bar. Then when I came into the room, because all the walls are metal and I'm down in the center of the ship, I did lose signal, but I knew that was going to happen. I had my out of office set for today. Today is a Friday, so it is technically a work day, but those of you who've been here for a while know I have no compunction to not take a day off. If I want to take a day off, I do. Pretty infrequent I take a full day off, but it's a Friday, and I basically worked through the week with travel. Last week, right, Monday to Friday, traveled Saturday, worked Sunday to Thursday. Basically, I worked until 12:30 when I left for the cruise. So I had no problem setting my out of office for today, Friday. I also find with cruising, that is one of the ways that I truly relax, is setting my out of office and actually not being able to access the internet. I really recommend that for anybody who comes on a cruise. You can upload your photos to Instagram later. You can VoIP your, call your friends later, what have you. You can always set up emergency protocols, like somebody can call the ship if there was a true emergency. Tomorrow we are going to be in Cozumel. My phone plan does have, I think it's a $14.99 per day Caribbean package. So I found that unless I'm really good about being in airplane mode, my phone is going to charge me that $15 as soon as it can ping to the network. So I'll just go ahead tomorrow in Cozumel and use that 24-hour data Wi-Fi package. It'll be great for walking around, navigating. We are in port tomorrow. Gangway opens at 8:30 a.m., which honestly means we'll be coming alongside with a pilot probably by 7 a.m., 7 to 7:30, and then they'll clear the ship by 8 and open the gangway for 8:30. So we will have signal easily from 7 a.m. to all aboard is 6:30 p.m. Same thing in reverse, 6:30 is all aboard. We will not leave the harbor till 7:30 with a pilot, which means we'll probably have signal until 8. I get 24 hours free as a voucher with my diamond status with Royal Caribbean. So my plan is to activate that tomorrow night, Saturday night, make sure I am connected on my laptop for Sunday morning because I do have a Zoom I have to do. And then I'll use that voucher until Sunday night, which will allow me to check in for my flight and do anything I want to do on the computer on Sunday. It's now 4:30. I am a little bit hungry, but I think it's mostly dehydration, and I'm ready to go maybe take a nap in the sun. So I'm going to put my bathing suit back on, and I'm going to head up to the pool deck. I'm hoping tonight is white night, which is kind of quasi-formal night. So I'm hoping most people on the ship for the first time or for the weekend, they have done their outdoor sun stuff, and they're going to go inside and freshen up for dinner in the dining room, formal photos, evening plans, that sort of thing. Also, looking into Sunday, it is the NFL regular season, and I have been on cruises during the Super Bowl and football season, and it is a whole different ball game, quite literally. I think Sunday, even though it's a sea day, there'll be a lot fewer people on the pool deck because it's hard to watch a football game on your phone with all that glare. There is a Playmakers sports bar as well on this ship with tons of TVs. I'm bringing my water bottle this time. This is a water bottle that converts to an open mouth. Kind of hard to see, but you can dump a cup of water in it. So one of the rules on cruise ships, you can't fill up your water bottle at juice spigots, water spigots, but you can dump that cup of liquid in here, or I just use the faucet, but I am equipped now. So much quieter. Plus experience upstairs. Spent about 2 hours reading by the Lemon Coconut. Got an ice cream. Gonna go get changed for the evening and then go up to the Diamond Lounge to finish my magazine in the shaded area. Just got back to the room and we got one of these cards regarding time change. Cozumel, Mexico is 1 hour behind the ship time. Although your phone may automatically adjust to local time, please ensure you're following ship time. You can manually adjust your phone if needed. So because it's such a short cruise, they don't expect people to get off of ship time, and they don't want to confuse departure by going to Cozumel time. Now, if you've been on enough cruises, and this is not meant to be a flex, this is just the reality, I always bring a physical alarm clock that becomes the real time in the room. It would not be an overstatement to say I've probably woken up on a cruise ship 5 or 10 times, and the time on the TVs for the ship, for the time zone change, somebody forgot to do it, or somebody forgot to hit publish. All of this is a long way of saying you want to have something concrete, whether it is a analog wristwatch or an alarm clock, if possible, that you can keep on the real time. We're going to finish the magazine up in the Crown Lounge on the back patio with a coffee, then reassess from there. back to the room for two important reasons. Let me show you. The first, these were labeled as vegan cookies in the buffet. I don't usually bring food back to the room. If you've ever worked in commercial kitchens, you know that an easy way to save money on baked goods is not to use real butter and eggs and to use things like vegetable shortening and et cetera, et cetera. So I tend to avoid most of the desserts on the cruise just because they suck. There's a few that I love, like the baklava, the tiramisu can be pretty good. Any of the desserts in the Diamond Lounge, they use premium ingredients, chocolate covered strawberries. As best as I can figure, these vegan cookies must have some specialty vegan margarine. They are absolutely incredible. They are so gooey, so chocolatey, so moist, like premium cookies. So I had to bring some back to the room to save them because they may not be out tomorrow. They probably won't be out. This is the other thing I wanted to talk about is your free play that comes with Crown and Anchor Society membership. Basically, most people don't know how to access it, so they don't claim it. Depending on your status, you'll get $2, $4, $6, $8, $10, $12, $16, $20. I get $12. I basically have to go to the casino and I'm going to tap my card and I'm going to access my account, and your account is going to have a default password of your month, birthday. So American style month, 2 digits, and then day, 2 digits. Then you're going to reset your PIN and then you can transfer to game your free play. So I had $12. I literally played a 60-cent slot machine and this is what I have left. I am going to go downstairs now and see what the music situation is at the Irish pub on the promenade. Time for bed.